I saw this cave as I climbed another rock, and I was like, it was kind of calling me in. The message I was getting is, you're kind of playing connect the dots at this time in your life. I'm gonna be a little bit quiet just in case someone's inside. I don't think so. There were some other tourists that were coming up here too, but they gave up, I think, because it's not an easy climb. But yes, it was like a perfect pathway here, and at first I thought, because I'm kind of walking through someone's garden and vegetation, there is a path that leads up here. And someone called me and he was like, go, go, go. So he knew, like, he just, you know, when people know, it's like you just get the calling to come. So we're going to do a reading in here, of course. I'm going to bring you inside. Let's go. Oh shit! You know what's crazy, guys? I was just checking my astral notes from last night, and I was inside a cave in the astral realm, which is so interesting that in the physical, I've now been summoned into a cave today, and I completely forgot about this until I checked my notes. So that is actually a sign to do this message about there was actually 2 caves to do this message today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some energies around this too, but let me decode this. We're going to decode this on the spot. This is a extremely spontaneous reading, so forgive me if I'm unprepared, but apparently I was more prepared than I thought. So, where's my cards? Right. Last night, I saw someone dropping milk to a girl, and then you ended up going your separate ways. So let's just stop there. Milk in the metaphysical realm is a very nourishing energy, you know, even in the physical. If we think about like nursing a child, if we think about, I'm seeing like a baby lamb drink milk, and it definitely feels like not just a Mary Magdalene energy, but it feels like a Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. He followed her to school one day. That's what it feels like, right? It literally is an energy of a guide that's been following you around. That's what I'm seeing, right? It's followed you into the art school. And I've done a reading on this before, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that energy up. But yeah, you were dropping milk to this girl, and you went your separate ways, but then you ended up catching up with her. You were able to actually look from a higher perspective, right? You were able to actually see the full landscape of time and space and see her coordinate, right? Within this universal map that was existing within you. And you ended up integrating certain actions that would allow your past to align. So this is about a well-aligned collision with an experience that's going to be extremely nurturing for your soul. So we're going to go ahead and actually pull in energy on this before we continue. This is going to be, I'm probably honestly going to do very little edits on this. I kind of just want it to be as spontaneous as it feels. So let's go and take a look at this, right? Let's take a look at the milk. So with the milk, what is going to be nourishing for the soul? We have the Peacemaker and also the 4 of Pentacles. Beautiful. The 4 of Pentacles is very much an energy of laying the foundation, right? Laying a foundation that's actually going to sustain something that you are building. Okay. And then the Peacemaker and the King of Chalices is mastery in your relationship with matter. Okay. Mastery when it comes to, hold on, your physical experience. Are there snakes here? Let me just check that out real quick, guys. I want to make sure that I'm all good. Nope. I don't see any snakes. I feel like this is quite hot. Okay, it's not a snake. What it is, it's rustling of the plants in the wind, but it sounds like a snake. So with a snake, actually, in my spirit animal deck, it actually talks about living according to your divine essence in the way that you're navigating your experience on Earth. And it usually talks about the soul knowing and your heart knowing that it's time to release something. It could be a person. It also talks about a job. And actually, if there are things falling out of your vicinity, if there are things that are seeming to dissolve, like old paradigm is dissolving, it's actually a great sign. So that's the energy here. Okay, it's mastery of your mind and the way that you relate to almost a new foundation being laid out, because a Four of Coins really is about getting back to basics. It's where there is kind of a new beginning, and it could be more of a reclusive or introspective phase that you're focusing on right now as well. So we'll go ahead and read these after, but that's the first message. Now the second message from the astral was that as you aligned with this girl, you actually made some really great networks. You ended up somehow meeting someone that got you into this VIP section in this event, and you became really, really close with this person. And in the astral realm, when you were departing, this person was like, okay, we'll make sure that we meet again. You know, like, remember my coordinates. Feels like on a soul level, there's something that has already played out in the quantum, right? It's already simultaneously existing alongside your current circumstances on Earth, and you're witnessing the unfoldment into this timeline, into this event, right, that's being orchestrated as you follow these breadcrumbs. That's what it feels like. Oh my god, what a beautiful bird. Oh my gosh, I think that, I don't know if that was a hummingbird or not, but its tail was so long and it was bright green. Wow. So it's going to lead to you painting something new in your life, because I'm thinking about the parrots card in my animal message deck, and it talks about some type of new energetic signature, some kind of new color that's being kind of distributed on this canvas that you're painting for your life. So this could be the colors or frequencies of, you know, people, opportunities, and what you'll be able to experience in the physical, right? As you're having an experience through form. So anyway, I feel like there is an unfoldment happening in front of you, like as you walk this path and you follow where your heart's leading you in a way that the mind may not be able to fully comprehend just yet. It's like a memory unfolding before you. There's so many synchronicities that you may be receiving that are just confirming that you are on the right path, right? Even though there's no right or wrong, that you're in alignment with an intention that you had to experience before incarnation. And then in the next scene, I saw a water cave. So it was a different kind of cave, and there were actually different deities that were, it was very much Ukupacha vibe, which is like the underground, it's the subconscious mind, it's the shadow, it's things that are hidden. And I actually saw Ptah in the astral realm, and also Osiris. So Ptah is known in Egyptian mythology as the creator of the cosmos. He's known as helping you see that there is a cosmos in what may appear to be chaos in your life, right? There's a secret ordering where, again, with the snake energy, things may have to kind of fall apart before they fall into place. So there's a secret reordering in what may appear to be disorderly at this time in your life. And then Osiris is, of course, forgetting oneself in order to remember, right? Remembering all of these different kind of puzzle pieces that are leading towards this bigger, cohesive story when it comes to the tale of your life. And it feels like, even though this is an illusion, you are committed to this storyline. I feel like someone said in the comment section, I don't remember who said it, but you're like, you know, you're committed to the plot. That's what it feels like, right? Like, no, I'm gonna have a human experience and I'm gonna feel the full range of the human experience, right? I'm here to feel the full range of human emotion, but also return to that neutral state of awareness. Anyway, there were other beings that were kind of popping out the water, and you went inside of this in it was like a caravan kind of vibe, which often talks about being able to move on the go, right? So it's almost like you have everything that you need with you to literally take action towards something or up and leave a situation. That's definitely what it feels like, to leave an old paradigm behind, if you will, and then now allow a new reality to collapse itself around you. And as you went into the bathroom, which is about, you know, emotional release, being able to, you know, really be able to regulate your nervous system and be able to observe your emotions, there were baby feet and calves that were growing in the sink. It was so abstract, right? However, you went outside of the bathroom and you were trying to process this new beginning that was taking place, right? It was like there was something that was growing, but you didn't really know it was growing. It was just there, and you were like, is that it? Is this gonna pursue any further? You know, so it almost feels like not a false start, but it feels like something that's starting and there's an illusion of stagnancy, or something else is brewing, right? Something else is getting ready to kind of coalesce into form. Anyway, when you went back into the bathroom, there was a full-blown baby in the sink, and you wanted to really take care of it. So you were actually on your way to find a person that would be able to help you with this. And there was the mother for this child that was in the car waiting for you. So it feels like an alignment that maybe you cannot outrun. This is what it feels like, okay? It feels like fate kind of coming in and intervening when it feels like you're not working as proactively as you could be towards what your initial intentions were. So anyway, it feels like there's a well-aligned collision that you may not see coming fully. And I remember this person looking outside of the window and they were seeing like big waves that were incoming as well. So yeah, this is some type of new beginning. I know it's quite abstract, but the fact that we ended up at a cave and I dreamt of a cave last night as well, I had no clue that was going to be one where we are, because we've come to 𝓼𝓪𝓬𝓻𝓵, 𝓼𝓪𝓬𝓻𝓵, which is hidden wellspring of knowledge that you're receiving. It's very high priestess energy here. So anyway, let's go and take a look at this. I'm gonna first take a look at the water. Okay, let's take a look at the world line collision. Tell me about the world line collision. Okay, the world line collision is the 10 of Swords. So something ending for something new to begin. The 10 of Swords talks about, more importantly, it's a psychological ending, because it is a card about, the mind. So there's a psychological ending that's taking place in your life in some way. It talks about something, again, being dead, it's done, it's over with. So it allows you to make room for an Ace of Swords. So you may be gaining clarity, Ace of Swords, right? Seeing things crystal clear when you look at life through the lens of the soul around why a cycle in your life is ending. And it's bringing a new energy into a different form. It just feels like you've ascended into a higher octave. I'm seeing like a higher perspective, a higher emotional relation when it comes to your journey on Earth. There's some type of information that you've received that's kind of shifted the way that you look at something, and you just may not be able to look at it the same. And what I'm seeing is, because you've ascended into this high octave within you, reality is also beginning to mirror that. Okay, so now there's like a higher octave version of reality. I want you to see yourself as kind of like the center, right? And then there's like a higher octave that's happening. It's like this beautiful dance. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a self-organized system, right? Where energy is not created or destroyed, it's only transferred or recycled or transformed, right? So it feels like there's energy transforming, where there's certain things that in appearance it could seem like they're dissolving, but the energy is coming back around to you in a higher experience. And it feels like you're about to step into a higher octave version of reality, because you've never been this version of yourself before. Maybe you haven't embodied this frequency. So an ending brings a new beginning. Let's also take a look at the baby and the cave. Because again, with Osiris, he is the god of the underworld, right? He is the god of, I'm hearing, finding oneself again, because when he entered into Set, right, the physical realm, and he was facing this physical experience as a soul, he had fallen into this human amnesia. He had to be dismembered. He had to forget in order to be able to remember himself. But that only happened when he had this alchemical marriage with Isis, right? We're talking about esoteric versus exoteric knowledge, right? This is about turning that knowing within, and knowing that it's about the merging with the feminine, the non-physical, and then also the masculine, Osiris, that led to Horus, right, being the result of this reunification, and that led to Christ consciousness. It was a fractal of awareness, a fractal of infinite potential amongst the earth that became conscious of itself. So that's why he's seen as, Christ consciousness. So we have the Six of Lotuses with the baby. The Six of Lotuses is a card of, it's Six of Cups, it's Sun and Scorpio. So it's something being illuminated to the psyche, which is the interface of ether meeting matter. It's that conversation that happens within you. A spiritual being having a human experience. It's not about becoming more spiritual. It's that you're innately a spirit. It's coming back to what it is that you've always been. So Six of Lotuses is also a beautiful card. I mean, it's beautiful because it almost looks like the cave, you know, she's like submersed within water, and there's lotuses, right, that can blossom in the most unexpected places. So I feel like I'm hearing this is a lot to do with like turning that poison into medicine. Reminds me of 𝓤𝓪𝓬𝓪 in ceremony, where that's our biggest lessons, to transmute darkness into light, right? To see the hidden blessings in disguise. So this is also a new chapter. You know, it's not just about your relationship to the past, it may be changing that. And that also shifts the future timelines in which you're also aligned with. That's what I'm seeing. It's different parallels that are in alignment. And based upon your present frequency, that will dictate what it is that you go on to experience. There's flies. As long as it's not horsefly. The horsefly is here. If you guys remember when I was at Intipunku in Machu Picchu, oh my gosh, that thing was really hurting. But anyway, it's a wake-up call. That's what horseflies are, right? In the metaphysical realm. It's like a sudden cut, right? It's like a sudden realization. It's a sudden awakening that can happen where the universe and the soul is trying to get you to pay attention to something right now. So this could be about what it is that's calling you with the Six of Cups instead of what it is that you're moving away from in the past, right? And also transforming your relationship to that ending, right? Transforming your relationship, because Scorpio is all about transformation. The soul is the sun, right? So it's about transforming your relationship to your physical experience here on earth and tuning back into the part of yourself that's untouched by time, unaffected by the events that have played out in your third dimensional realm, especially during, you know, unconscious times. So that's the energy there. But yeah, guys, I'm going to love an Evie right there. I'm really glad that we came to this place. I'm gonna have to be really careful coming down here. Yeah, what should we say? If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing because we'd love to have you around. Personal reading details also down below. Also check out Water Spirit if you're looking for some high quality AAA grade jewelry. $1 of the proceeds are donated towards otter sanctuaries. You have 2 discount codes for that down below. 20% and 30% discount. And yeah, if you've made it to this point, comment down below. Let me see. Comment down below what you feel like the new beginning is. Where do you feel like you're at, okay, at this stage in your life? Do you feel like you're the snake right now? Like that snake essence and releasing things? Or do you feel like you're the baby bottle and you're already kind of birthing this new beginning? Or do you feel like you're in between realms and there's both things that are kind of happening simultaneously? Where are you? Let me know. I always am interested to see. So with that being said, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Who knows where we may collapse into next, or what may collapse around us next, more so accurately. And yeah, I'll speak to you very soon. Until next time, bye.